Rise and shine, Rwanda. It's Friday, the 1st of January. Happy New Year, everyone, and Happy New Year, Ivan.
Happy New Year, Sherry.
How has your year begun so far?
Well, so far so good. New resolution, new year, so I can't wait to see. Ready to go on.
Yeah, that is right.
Welcome to Rise and Shine Weekly Review Show, where we take you back through the best of the week here on Rise and Shine Rwanda. It's just past 7 o'clock in the morning. My name is Ivan Magwene.
And I'm Sherry Uwase. Over the next hour, we'll be bringing you a review of the week's top stories, analysis, debate, and insights into the stories making headlines here in Rwanda and across the world. The Rise and Shine crew have, throughout the week, been diligently gathering and preparing everything you need to know about what's happening here in Rwanda and all over the globe.
Well, it's been a busy week for us here at the Rise and Shine headquarters. One of the most interesting stories that I reported on this week was a brain tumor operation at King Faisal that Regis covered for us. Let's take a look back. Now, another story that really caught my attention this year was a story done by one of our own, Regis Isheja. We look at what happened when he took part in a brain tumor operation at King Faisal Hospital. Let's take a look back.
This Friday, July 31st, will mark the 5th anniversary of the Rwanda Neurosurgery Center. The first of its kind in the region, the center has improved operation quality. Over the past few days, many surgeries and exercises have been taking place in Kigali as a way to show the progress made and mark the anniversary. Take a look. As part of the activities to mark 5 years of the Rwanda Neurosurgery Center, many surgeries and exercises are taking place at King Faisal Hospital and CHUK until July 31st. The priority since the center's launch in 2010 has been to increase the number of neurosurgeons.
What we have done, one is to increase the number of neurosurgeons, and after the establishment of the Neurosurgical Center, we, in collaboration with the University of Rwanda, we developed a curriculum for training of neurosurgeons. Currently we have 3, one in the 4th year, the other one is in the 3rd year, and the one in the 2nd year. So we've got one also that is coming into 1st year. So yes, we're developing capacity by training. We also sent out in 2010 and 2011, we sent out 3 people for training through the Ministry of Health. So we're collaborating with the Ministry of Health, University of Rwanda. So we're really developing that specialty of neurosurgery in the country.
We're here at Centre Hospitalier Universitaire de Kigali, CHUK. As you can see behind me, this is neurosurgery. A surgery is taking place, so we'll try to lower our tone as much as possible.
We are doing an insertion of ventricular peritoneal shunt. It's a catheter that enters into the ventricular system of the brain and it drains the water that is the brain, we call cerebrospinal fluid, into the abdominal cavity to relieve the pressure that's inside the brain due to excessive accumulation of that fluid in the brain. The surgery like this takes 30 to 45 minutes, and usually patient improves the next day.
Neurosurgery is a medical specialty about the prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of disorders that affect the nervous system. That includes the brain and spinal cord.
The main mission is to enhance patient care, neurosurgical patient care, training and research. This in the country and then extend to the region and beyond. In the last 5 years, we split we divided our program in in three groups. One was the short term. The short term was to reorganize the center to make sure that it's functional. The next 4 years, which ends on the 31st, was to deal with, to improve patient care, to see that we have the basic, more than basic equipment, and then deal with training.
In this case, a 13-year-old suffering from a congenital brain tumor is being treated.
Right now, we are doing an operation. It's a brain tumor of a child who is 13 years old. This is a congenital tumor. It means that the patient was born with it, but it has grown over time, so that has made some change in his body, especially the growth, and has raised intracranial pressure. It means that it is occupying a space in the brain. Usually it can take 2 to 3 hours, it can be short, depending on what we're doing. But most of neurosurgery procedures, they take long time, up even to 6 hours, but this one may take 1 to 2 hours.
To 5 more years and even more neurosurgeons. Regis Isheja, Rise and Shine Rwanda. And joining me in studio now is Dr. Emmanuel Nkusi, coordinator of the Rwanda Neurosurgical Federation. Is it a federation? What do you call it?
There is an association called Rwanda Association of Neurological Surgeons.
Right.
And then there is Rwanda Neurosurgical Center.
Which is the one you head at the moment?
Both I am the president of the association, but I also coordinate the activities of Rwanda Neurosurgical Center.
And it's great to have you on the couch right now, because you're going to educate me and you're going to educate everybody that's watching us at the moment. First of all, tomorrow will mark your 5th anniversary, the 31st. Now, since 2010, what can you say you have accomplished? What are you most proud of at the moment?
If I chose one thing, the training program, because you're going to have more neurosurgeons in the country.
Is it because at first there was a partnership with Duke University in the US and other universities as well. So far, how have the trainings been going? I mean, do you have more people now? Do you have more equipment now? How does it work?
As you said, you asked me to choose one, so I said about training,
right.
Because the numbers have increased in terms of the people in training. You saw some. David, for example, the one who was talking,
right.
Is a resident in neurosurgery. He's in 4th year.
Severian?
Severian is a consultant in neurosurgery.
Right.
David, the one who was doing the shunt, the one who was
Absolutely.
described the shunt.
Yes.
Yeah, that one is a resident in neurosurgery. He's in his 4th year, as he told you. So he'll be finishing in 2 years' time. So we'll be having people that we trained ourselves.
That's great. Now, talking about numbers, how many people will be finishing? Because you talked about it a little bit in the report. How many people will be finishing soon? How many people have finished since 2010? And how more are you hoping to give some type of trainings between now and moving forward?
Yeah, neurosurgery takes long. Our training program here takes 6 years. It's 6 years. So that's why I'm saying David still has 2 years to go. In 2010, through the Ministry of Health, 3 people went for training. There is a lady, is in Morocco. She's finishing her 5th year now, so we'll be doing 6th year next year. So she'll be coming back in September. There is one in South Africa. He went before, he was the first one to go. He may come this September, or he should be here by September next year. And then there is one who went to Kenya. So he should also be in his 6th year next year.
Right. Now, when we visited CHUK yesterday and you were on the premises, there was a young kid who's 13-year-old, and he has a congenital tumor. Now, can you talk a little bit about what that is and basically how long it takes to actually get through the surgery, and then how long it takes for him to actually recuperate after that?
Yeah, that young man he's got what we call craniopharyngioma. In itself, the origin of that tumor, a person is born with. However, if you took a picture of the person when he was born, he didn't have the tumor. So, in a sense, they call it a congenital tumor because the cells are wrong. Okay, the abnormal from the beginning. They keep growing in number, until the person starts developing symptoms. And that's when they manifest either with the started growth. If you looked at him, he's shorter than his peers of the same age. They tend to be, some of them develop headaches, early morning headaches. They vomit. Other than that, okay, they also tend to have a frequent micturition. They could tend to go to the loo many times.
Now, I like the fact that you talked about headaches, because if you're having a headache for a very long time, a pounding one, and many of us, I'll be the first to say that it's happened to me on many occasions. You tend to just go for an Advil and then be like, it's gonna go away by itself. But that doesn't necessarily happen all the time. Should they go to the emergency room right away? And then talk to us also about what MRIs are and what CAT scans are.
Yeah, the headaches that we call, one would call a red flag. The headaches that wake a person up about from 3 to about 6.
In the middle of the night?
Late. We can call it early morning.
Right.
Because there is a pathophysiology, if you want to go into medicine. The reason is when we sleep, we do not breathe properly.
Right.
So there is a tendency to keep carbon dioxide into our saturation. And that ends up causing vasodilatation, blood vessels, disengagement of veins. And that, with a tumor in the head, then people develop headaches in the morning. They improve as the day improves. As you get up and start breathing normally, then that engagement subsides, and during the day, a person is fine.
Or MRIs, CAT scan, can you tell us about
MRI is magnetic resonance imaging. It uses a magnet to take pictures. It interacts, we have water in our bodies, so what the magnet does, it just changes the direction of that's the physics about it.
Right.
So it doesn't cause, people sometimes talk about radiation, so it doesn't use radiation, it doesn't use rays that will damage your cells. So it's a very safe thing to do, except if you have like a metallic thing in your body,
Right.
that's the only contraindication to using it. But otherwise, it's a very good imaging modality.
Right. CAT scan?
Now, CAT scan, it uses rays that would do some damage to cells, but that's if you subject a person every day to the thing. But just once of getting it, it's like every week. Sometimes we do it weekly for people that deserve it. So those will show us pictures that we use to manage patients. So they're very important.
Dr. Musi, it's been an honor to have you on this couch. Hopefully you'll be back very soon to not only talk about this, but also talk moving forward what we can accomplish. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right.
Thank you very much. Nice having me.
We appreciate having you.
Educator.
You're watching Rise and Shine Rwanda. Don't go anywhere. Business are up next.
The things that make you look outside the window and sigh. The ones that make your dreamy eyes look up to the sky and smile. Forget the miles between and smile at the sky. Like it held something precious that belonged to you. Like this little secret that makes you hold everything you love. Let your passion guide you. You can be sure you will touch the sky.
That is really interesting stuff, Ivan. It's well, we don't have Regis here to tell us how it went for him, but I'm sure he gave you a heads up of what happened.
Yes.
So just run me through the experience of how it was for him.
Well, according to Regis, this could have been one of the most, quite challenging moments he had ever had on a daily, normally as we go on the shoots.
Yeah.
Like, this was a very hard story for him to cover. He was in the operation room at that time when the operation was being done by the doctors. So for him, he says this was, of course, a new experience. Of course, seeing the kind of what happens in the operation room. I mean, this was very, very emotional for him. And he lives until this day to tell me that this was one of the stories that had a very big impact on him. So that is the whole idea behind even the shooting. And he was quite, I think, challenged. But again, he had that, that emotional part that he still deals with every day.
Yeah, and we're glad that he brought it to us,
Yes,
and even to our viewers,
of course,
so that they can get to see what usually happens in the theater wards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, another story that really caught our attention was the World Bank report. Let's take a look back. For business people out there has been rewarding for some, perhaps bad for others. But as I covered some big business stories, the Doing Business report released by the World Bank was top on my agenda. Here is a glimpse of some of the discussion I had. Let's take a look back. Every year, the World Bank's Doing Business report is published, and economies are ranked on their ease of doing business in 189 countries. Therefore, countries which are ranked top within the ease of doing business can indicate that the regulatory environments are more conducive to the start and sustainability of local firms. The rankings are determined by sorting the aggregate scores on 10 topics, each consisting of several indicators giving equal weight to each topic. Now, joining me in studio today is Kenneth Agutamba, Senior Economy and Business Writer at The New Times. Welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to first of all get into the report. I want to have, first of all, your own perspective view when you first saw the report as a business journalist.
Well, I think from a business writer's perspective, this is always a big story whenever the report comes out. And the most important thing is that the report is growing older and more important, because the latest report is the 13th edition. So that shows that it's been around for the last 13 years. Now, the most important thing is that 13 years ago, before we had, or when they first introduced the Doing Business survey, the World Bank, all countries, the 189 countries you're talking about, world over, especially in sub-Saharan Africa, there was a lot of what we call red tape. In simple language, call them roadblocks to business. Someone wants to do a business, but there are simply too many problems. And these ones were making it hard for countries to attract investors. So 13 years down the road, countries have realized the importance of having friendlier, less burdensome regulations, so that they can foster businesses to prosper, so that they can have the best and probably the most attractive business environment. So the latest report we are seeing is literally saying that 13 years after introducing the Doing Business survey, are countries improving? Are they doing better? Do they have better doing business environments? And for Rwanda, unfortunately, this report says we dropped, our global ranking.
And exactly, that's where I was coming, actually.
Dropped 7 points from number 55 last year to 62nd this year.
Yes. And which actually leaves me now going deep into the real questions of where do you think we might have gone wrong? I've seen all the indicators, what they follow in terms of rankings, but in your own business world, do you think doing business in Rwanda is getting better, or somehow, somewhere, we lost track of what was taking place?
I think it's a choice on how you choose to look at it, because there are about 10 indicators, and we improved on 4 of them. We dropped on 5 of them. We dropped on 5 of them, and there was no change on 1.
Yes.
Now, if you look at the 4 where we improved, because you're not going to score 10 out of 10 on all 10, but you're probably going to undertake a bit of reforms on one indicator where you feel you needed to do a lot. Because remember, countries were evaluated on what they did, which reforms they put in place between June 2014 and June 2015. So 12 months, what did you do to improve the doing business environment in your country? And the verdict is that we improved on 4 of them, we didn't do well on 5 of them, and we didn't change on 1 of them. So the question of whether things are getting worse or better, I wouldn't put it that way. This kind of study is quite complicated because it's a competition. It's a cutthroat competition. All 189 countries are looking to be the best.
Now, we're in a competitive world, I understand.
Exactly.
But how much does it take Rwanda to keep up the same position? Now, we're dropping down seven places down. That's a lot. To me, a country dropping from 55 to the 62nd position. I mean, there's got to be something that went wrong somehow, somewhere.
You have to look at which indicator, or for example, where did we drop most? And I think it's trading across borders, where we dropped about 7-9 points.
Yes.
But it's not up to Rwanda when it comes to trading across borders.
But we're doing better than I think we've ever done in terms of cross-border.
No. For cross-border, you have to look at it as it's collective for all the countries in the East African region. It's not up to Rwanda to, for example, address some barriers to trade. It's up to all the 5 partner countries in the ESC. If Rwanda does its best and the neighbors don't do that, obviously you're going to drag one country down. And I will show you, much as Rwanda dropped 7 points down, it is still the best ranked country in East Africa. That tells you something. And also you have to put in consideration that 2 years ago, the World Bank decided to change the methodology on how they count this. Rwanda used to be in the top 40, before 2 years ago. Last year, when they changed methodology, the report came and we are number 55. Now, this time around, we are number 62. So that will tell you that, for example, it's like playing soccer and you score a goal and the referee says, no, that's outlawed, it's not a goal. You just have to acclimatize, get used to the new rules and improve. And it's been only 2 years, so probably we have room to improve.
Yes, now that brings me to the question exactly. When you say that the World Bank changed the methodology, now the question is, now when the World Bank used to follow how the authorization of how business is done, and maybe this time the World Bank is looking at more on the practical ground on how business is really done. A lot of people have been saying, we have the policies, we have what it takes. You can register your business within 1 day. But the question is, what comes after you register your business? Lots of complaints in terms of getting access to electricity. Getting electricity, water supply, some of the things that were mentioned in the report that brought us down. And I'm beginning to suspect maybe it's time that the World Bank has seen that they've been focusing more on policies than the practical things on the ground. Do you think maybe somehow, somewhere, we went wrong on what's really done on the ground than what's more done in the policies?
Maybe we concentrated on a few indicators and we didn't concentrate enough on the others. That's what I see. Because like
what are those indicators?
We improved, for example, on getting credit. Last year we were number 4. This year we are number 2. Now, if people who are doing business in Rwanda are telling you that they find it very easy for them to get credit, that's the most important thing. If you start your business, no matter how hard it is, but you're able to get the credit to keep it running, that's a very important thing, because we tied in the 2nd position with countries like United States and Colombia. Obviously, New Zealand was number 1. So you have to it's a take and give. But you're right. We need to now, because the World Bank, if I read properly somewhere, they are saying that it's high time countries started to concentrate on the quality of their regulations. It's not about saying it takes only 6 hours to register business. You now have to look at the smaller little bits. And what I see, and probably the advice that the government of Rwanda should take from this report, is to listen, because this survey is based on answers that they get from people who are doing business here. There are several questions on each indicator, and it's a yes or no. So if traders are saying no to certain questions in this survey, it is high time that we started listening. What are they saying? And then we take action, because that's it. Because the Doing Business report is a key reference point for people seeking to do business in Rwanda and every country. If a foreign investor wants to, come open a business in Rwanda, this is one of the documents they go to. So you're right when you say that we need to look at the quality of our regulations. And how do we do that? We have to talk to the beneficiaries of these regulations. Are they working, or they're just good on paper? And once we do that, I think, in reports to come, our figures will look up.
And that exactly. Now, if you look at the report, one of the key issues that disturbed me was the cross-border trade. To me, at this point, numbers tend to show that Rwanda is on a good track. Maybe you said it, other countries have other problems that maybe could make Rwanda lose its focus on the cross-border trade. But then that leaves me, if you look at how Kenya is presently doing in terms of the economy, they're not so poor like they were doing in the last few months. If you look at Uganda right now, they're not doing so bad. And cross-border seems to be, if you look at the numbers, seems to be getting better. Now for me, the question is, for example, if you look, I'm saying this on a market because Rwanda is focusing on the 150 large market. We're having, of course, fluctuating prices. Rwanda is attracted less foreign less foreign investment than Uganda and Kenya, but then things with the cross-border trade are getting better. This report shows we're dropping so bad that I think was one of the key issues that made us drop at least 7 positions down. Do you think somehow the economies maybe of all these countries within the East African region are not supporting Rwanda's economic growth and helping increase its numbers? Or you think it's a problem within the system here?
No, I think that there is a particular reason why we seemed to be dropping on doing business.
And what's
borders.
that reason?
I may not remember so well, but in the report they said there's just one particular factor that they say actually contributed to this drop. And it is simple, because if the report gives you a reason, it means it points you to your weakness. And like I said, it's very simple, because this is not the last report. It's not a condemnation. It's not a death sentence for the Rwandan economy. It is very easy. We just need to look at what caused this drop, address it. But in addressing it, you have to be careful on emerging factors. Because like I said, if you concentrate on one, there are other 9 factors that you have to look at. So if you over-concentrate on this, and then you will drop on the other next year. And so it's a very complicated survey to keep up with, but it is good because it keeps governments on the tenterhooks. It keeps governments on their toes to make sure that they have the best, the very best, or if they can't have the very best, they do their best to get the best doing business environment they can have.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kenneth. I know this discussion can go on, but for now, I would like to thank you so much for taking off your time to come and join us in the studio.
You're welcome.
We hope to see you next time, maybe.
All right.
All right, you're watching Rise and Shine Rwanda. We'll be right back.
The things that make you look outside the window and sigh. The ones that make your dreamy eyes look up to the sky and smile. Forget the miles between and smile at the sky. Like it held something precious that belonged to you. Like this little secret that makes you hold everything you love. Let your passion guide you. You can be sure you will touch the sky.
Okay, welcome back to Rise and Shine Rwanda, the review show. Now, there were many big business stories in the news this week, and today we take a look back at what Fidelis who was our former colleague, had covered earlier this year, and this was about the dog training. Check it out in case you missed it.
So imagine a place where you can take your dog for training. Dogs need to be taught certain skills. And I was able to actually, my colleague Fidelis Karangwa was able to actually go back and check out the dog trainer. Let's take a look back.
Sit, stay, and fetch are just some of the words you will hear watching today's story. A business that has been gaining momentum, training one dog at a time. Let's check it out.
Dogs, sit. Scooby-Doo, sit. Sit. Stay. Stay. Stop. Stay. Stay. Stay.
Here at Kimura Zone, Daniel is just one of the many who have turned his love for dogs into a daily job for the past 6 years, moving from one zone to another, training dogs on how to take orders, good behavior, and how to interact with people and other dogs. We were curious to find out how he got into this business.
Bijyanye na training naje njya muri Keke Security. Keke Security igira imbwa izi zirinda umutekano. Then Keke Security yaje kuma amahugurwa yo kujya muri Kenya. Ngeze muri Kenya nagiye guhugurirwa ibintu bijyanye n'imbwa muri rusange. Hageze niho byamviraho kubikunda, ariko ubusanzwe mu mafamili twaragiraga imbwa. Sanga ni domaine ndimo njyamo.
Although most people own dogs in their homes in this country, it is not a common habit to have them trained, and this has been the greatest challenge, having to educate people about its importance.
Okay, mu by'ukuri tugitangira training habayeho kubyumvisha abantu, kuko hano mu Rwanda ntabyo bari bazi na bukeya, hamwe no kubona abanyamahanga badufasha mu myumvire. Abanyamahanga n'abantu bagiye badusiga, kandi kugeza ubu ngubu nibo tugenderaho mu bintu by'amahugurwa nk'uko kose. Bagiye badufasha, bakadutangira advertising ku mbuga nkoranyambaga, ariko kugeza ubu ngubu aho tugeze muri uru rwego ndabona atari umwuga ugayitse, ahubwo ni umwuga utujyana ejo hazaza.
So how important is it to actually get your dog trained?
It's really nice because we've lived here for a while, but Bojang's and my other dog Polly hasn't been able to interact with other dogs very much because you don't see many around. But ever since they've started being trained, they've been able to like play with other dogs, and it's been really nice for them. And they're much better behaved now than they were before.
Mbere imbwa ntabwo yafatwaga neza muri rusange, ariko ubu ngubu hari ahantu tugezeho kuba imbwa ari inshuti idasanzwe, byongeye inshuti idahemuka. Mu by'ukuri ibi byo kujyana muri walking mu kuzitembereza zigahabwa urukundo, nabwo zirushaho kudukunda. Noneho hari nka na bimwe bigenda biboneka mu byaro tutari twagiramo, ariko naho dufite gahunda kuzagira mu byaro tugatraining imbwa zaho. Mu by'ukuri muri Kigali hatangiye kuza ikintu cyitwa duhana inzira ku mbwa. Wabona imbwa bakumva batayikanga, bakabona ubwo ari inshuti idahemuka. Ariko mu makuru tugenda twumva mu ntara zo hanze ya Kigali harimo imbwa zigenda ziryana, ariko muri training yacu duhera kuri kugabanya ubukana ku mbwa ziryana. Ibyo rero cyane bigaturuka mu guhabwa akato. Ugatunga imbwa uzi ko ugomba kuyishyira mu kiraro hariya, nta yindi contact muzagirana. Nayo ikeneye urukundo rwayiciriye, rwitunze. Bakagira igihe cyo gukina gutyo, bakagira igihe cyo gutembera, nayo ikaruhuka mu bwonko, kumva ko umuryango ibayemo yisanzura ntaho itegwa na gatoya.
Despite my little zoophobia case that I have going on, I couldn't resist myself from petting one of these beautiful dogs that have provided a source of income for these people and are clearly a growing market that can be explored. Kangwa Fidelis, Rise and Shine Rwanda. Joining us in studios, Mwene Rukundo rakaza neza muri Rise and Shine Rwanda. Ese tubwire, imbwa wari usanzwe uzikunda kuva kera kugira ngo ujye muri no business, byaje gute kugira ngo mbese utangize no business kuri wowe?
Okay, nkuko nabitangije n'ubundi namaze kubona amahugurwa yabyo yo gukorana n'imbwa, kuyikoresha mu kintu runaka. Maze kubona ko ngomba kuyikoresha, nsanga imbwa ni inyamaswa ifite ubumenyi buri hejuru tutari tuzi hano nk'iwacu mu Rwanda. maze kubona amahugurwa. Noneho tugize ngo tugere mu Rwanda turakora dukorana nazo, ariko nyuma y'igihe tuza kumva ahantu hari imbwa yananiranye bashaka kujugunya kwa. Noneho no kujya kuyijugunya habuze n'uyikoraho kuko yabananiye bishoboka byose. Turagenda turahagera tuhageze turabwira ati imbwa umwanzuro wose ukuyijugunya. Ahubwo imbwa igomba kuhabwa training ikiga ikamenya kubona n'abana y'iki. Imbwa yaratraininzwe ngira ngo urukundo bayigiriye sinabukubwira uko rungana, basanze ahubwo icyo yaribura ari ukwiga gutyo business tangira gutyo tubona ko hari imbwa zifite akato kameze gutyo atari uko zaremwe, ahubwo ari cyo zibura kubona education runaka zikaba nziza.
Ese wavuga ko ari business irimo amafaranga na abantu usigaye babona ko bashishikariye wenda kubona ngo bikorere ubuntu? Of course abantu barashishikarira kuzishurira kugira ngo zize kwiga izo training ziba zikeneye.
Iyi business ni business dukora ariko bakishyura amafaranga. Ayo mafaranga mu by'ukuri siyo twagiye dutagetinga, haba twategetinze guheza agaciro guheza imbwa agaciro umuryango nyarwanda. Mu by'ukuri urebye imbwa uko yari ifashwe mu bihe bya kera mu Rwanda yari inyamaswa dufata nk'imbwa nyine nguko bamwe bakibitekereza, ariko ubu ngubu imbwa ni inyamaswa ushobora gushyira mu rugo ikakugirira akamaro wowe n'abawe, noneho ku buryo niyo mubwiye ngo ngiye kuyitraininga tumaze tukamuteganyiriza icyo izaba cyo tumaze kuyitraininga, bityo n'ibyo ayishakaho tuyitraininga afungiso y'ibyo atubwiye ayikeneyeho. No ibyo bintu ayikeneyeho n'ibyaha agaciro, yabiha agaciro akemera kwishyura za taxi tumusaba kugira ngo tuyigeze ahashaka kugera.
Okay, tuganira mbere wari wansobanuriye ko mufite n'ahantu mbese ari nk'ikigo aho muzishira mukazigisha, hari n'izo mujya mugurisha. Ese nibyo murazigurisha? Ese mubona abantu baza kuzigura mbese benshi abantu basigaye ari ibintu bashishikarira?
En fait mu ushaka imbwa dushobora kumuyobora aho ziboneka. Aho twe muri business dufite kugurisha imbwa ntabwo biri muri system yacu, twego dufite gahunda yo kuzishakira abantu kuko tuba dufite abantu benshi bazifite, dukora reference bamukora reference kumugura aho yayikura, ariko aho dufite habimbwa ni imbwa ziri zimwe agaciro mu miryango yazo. None we aravuga tubonye imbwa yataye agaciro iri ku muhanda yirukanga yiruga bayibuza uburenganzira bwayo, twe turazirekipera twazijyana muri farm aho zigomba kuba cyangwa kuruhukira zikitabwaho zigahindurwa imico, zamara kubonirwa imico arabo dukorana nka wag zigashakirwa indi miryango zijya kuba muzibayeho neza ahubwo ngo zigume hanze zidafite agaciro, cyane cyane nk'imbwa ziri hanze z'ingore. Iyo ziri hanze usanga zibwagura cyane, noneho zambwa zibwaguriye hanze nazo ziba zigiye kuba muri bwa buzima yindi yaririmo. Icyo dukora dufite abakipe y'abaveterineri baraza bakazikuramo indi byara kugira ngo zitamenya guproduiza izizabaho nabi nyuma yaho. Niyo system dukoramo aho tuzishyira utuzikipingira icyo tuzihakorera.
Bigomba kuba bibahenda nkuko uvuze ngo muba mufite equipe y'abaveterineri mugomba kubishura uko biri kose. Ese hari abantu bamaze kubagana kuko ibyo mukora ni ibintu byiza cyane, ntariko tukibona imbwa mu muhanda zirukanka. Ese abantu basigaye baza wenda nk'umujyi wa Kigali ukaza ukabahereza wenda amafaranga ko bafasha muri business yanyu, kuko nabo baveterineri muba mugomba kubishura naho muzishira aho muzi trainingira ziba zikeneye kuba ziri ahantu heza. Ese mumaze kubona abantu bashaka kuinvestinga muri business yanyu?
Iyo irevant ntaho turayigeraho, ariko festival mbere uko abo bantu baza turaza tugenda tukabaganiriza tukababwira ibyiza by'inka. N'uri veterineri uvura imbwa, iyi festival ntabwo wabikora uri target y'amafaranga, habura amanze kugira n'urukundo rw'imbwa, tukagusobanurira ati iyi mbwa yaribayeho gutya kugira ngo ejo hazaza hayo hazabe heza, ni ngombwa ko tuyikorera ibi n'ibi. Tukabiyikorera nawe akaza akadufasha kuko twamuganirije, akaza n'umutima ukunze akabikora. Yamara kubikora cyo bikora umuntu uje kuyashyikira tumusobanura ibyiza twayikoreye n'ibyo twayigejejeho, no kugira ngo iyo projet ikomeze kuraninga. En fait bigira dépense n'ibiki akagira contribution nibura yatanga kugira ngo iyo projet igomba kuraninga, bitavuze ko ariko ategetse kuyitanga. Niyo atayitanga ariko ayifitiye urukundo turimuhereza akayijyana, ariko abyiyumvishije ko agomba kugira icyo atanga aragitanga tugakomeza.
Ese nihe gahunda mufite mu minsi iri imbere, imyaka iri imbere? Se business yanyu muragana hehe? Nicyo mbese tugomba kubitega muri no minsi?
En fait buno dufite vision ndende cyane muri gahunda ya dog training, kuko gutraining imbwa twaje gusanga ari umwuga mwiza no dukoze kuri reference y'abanyamahanga muri Amerika ku yindi migabane. Dog training ni umwuga utunze abantu benshi cyane batagira ingano. Kubera iki bo babimenye mbere barabikora babikoze bagira aho bibakura no bibageza. Natwe muri vision dufite gahunda yo kuzamura level turiho ubu ngubu. Niba dutrainingisha ibikoresho runaka tukabitreningisha ibikoresho biri ku rwego mpuzamahanga, niho na wa munyamahanga azaza tugana. Ko ngubu niba dufite nk'abakiriya benshi ngira ngo 2/3 n'abanyamahanga baraza bagira mu Rwanda bagasanga u Rwanda ni rwiza bakarwishimira, none babura nako imitungo yabo byose cyangwa se nk'imbwa zabo bafite nazo zihawe agaciro zigasanga hari abanyarwanda bakunda imbwa bazi training zikaba nziza kurushaho kandi ku giciro cyiza batabona iwabo, bahita bavuga ati u Rwanda ni rwiza kweri. Ndakeka ubu ngubu abanyamahanga dukorera nibo bagenda baturikomaninga ku babo ku buryo ngo umuntu akura imbwa iwabo hanze akavuga ati sinzayi niba afite gahunda yo kuzaza kuba mu Rwanda kuri rendezvous runaka, akavuga ati sinzayigishiriza iwacu nzayijyana mu Rwanda niho bazayigisha. Bambwiye ko hari abantu bashoboye kandi batanga serivisi ku mbwa zifatika.
Rukundo urakoze cyane kuza kuri Rise and Shine Rwanda kandi tubifurije amahirwe mu byo gukora kabisa ni byiza kandi turabishimira.
Murakoze cyane.
You're up to date with today's business headlines. Sports news coming up next in just a minute with Alno Kwizera.
The things that make you look outside the window and sigh. The ones that make your dreamy eyes look up to the sky and smile. Forget the miles between and smile at the sky. Like it held something precious that belonged to you. Like this little secret that makes you hold everything you love. Let your passion guide you. You can be sure you will touch the sky.
You're watching Rise and Shine's weekly review show on 2 Sports Now. Now, earlier this week, our very own Moses Birikunzira reported on the best of his reports over the year, and this was Tour de Rwanda 2015 story that has been the talk, of course, of the year. Let's take a look back.
Well, it's been a busy year for us here at Rise and Shine headquarters. One of the most interesting stories that I covered over the year in sports was the Tour de Rwanda 2015 that just ended a month ago. And for the second time in a row, the new king of the bike in the competition was Rwandan. Let's take a look back. For the second time in a row, Rwandans won Tour de Rwanda. Nsengimana Jean Bosco dominated from start to finish, and I was at Amahoro Stadium to bring you all the details at this incredible milestone. Take a look.
After managing the season 42 last year in the South Africa to the people of the Rwanda cycling race, Rwandans have found a new champion in Jean Bosco Nsengimana. Young rider from Rubavu and Tours of Kivu stood out throughout the week by winning 3 stages and winning villages from first to last day. Like Nsengimana, Nsengimana, 22 years old, recorded the first major victory of his young career after clocking 23 hours, 54 minutes, and 50 seconds in 7 stage race that covered a total distance of 128.4 kilometers. Nsengimana came fourth in the final stage on Sunday that went around the city of Kigali, covering a distance of 120 kilometers. A weekend later, Ayub Mutipet won the stage of 10 laps Kigali after he took 3 hours, 2 minutes, 35 seconds. He was followed by Tupatio Tumano, riding to a Ghana distance by 8 with 3 hours, 2 minutes, 35 seconds. The Nicaragua, Nsengimana, and Hillman Leopold in the third, fourth, and fifth respectively. Moments after winning Tour de Rwanda second game on Sunday, Team Rwanda riders said tribute to President Paul Kagame for his support, which they said was the single most famous factor behind their continued rise. following last year too, in the same competition, that was then won by Clarisse Ndayissenga, President Paul Kagame hosted Team Rwanda fans to dinner at Kigali Serena Hotel, during which he offered to buy them state-of-the-art bikes. Indeed, the President Paul Kagame honored his promise 2 months ago to allow 18 road bikes and 8 time trial bikes, giving the team a major boost ahead of 2015 Tour de Rwanda. Following Nsengimana too, on Sunday, all riders of 3 Team Rwanda clubs at Magera, Mahabura, and Kansindi were given on the podium together, holding a message to thank you, Mr. President. This victory is yours. The new crown Tour de Rwanda champion went home with $1,800, about 1,350,000 francs, before the match covered the Euro jersey. He also bagged $320 for winning the prologue and $1,280 for the 2 stages he has also won. He also received a check worth $1 million from President for winning the tour, taking his total earnings from competition to $4,661,800 francs. Rwandans have dominated the entire race since the first day, lap and day, leaving no chance to their opponents from Eritrea, Morocco, France, South Africa, and elsewhere. It all ended with the riders singing the traditional victory song for Rwanda, named in Sinzi, Rwanda Rwanda. Moses Girikungira, Rwanda.
And joining me in the studio now is Mr. Festus Bizimana, the Vice President of Fergusi. Welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now to start, congratulations for Team Rwanda and Jean Bosco in general of winning Tour de Rwanda 2015, the 7th edition. He won it in front of thousands of fans in Rwanda, and everybody was happy. And can you please take us through on how the Tour de Rwanda 2015 went?
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I have to thank also the RBA and the entire team. The way you have covered the Tour of Rwanda, we were really pleased by your effort, and personally I had so many reactions and comment from friends, partners from outside Rwanda who have been following the Tour of Rwanda thanks to RBA. So I had to make that comment and really thank the RBA for effort and the help you have done, the support you have done for us. Now, the question of how the team, the Tour of Rwanda has went on, the Rwandan citizens have followed through different media, including RBA. It's for us a very big joy, and we really thank Jean Bosco, not only Jean Bosco, we thank all our riders for having achieved what we expected from them, by the way. And we saw this happening. We thought that we could really win this Tour of Rwanda since the beginning because of the preparations, training of our riders, despite what had happened like 1 week or some days before the event. Mm-hmm. But when everything has been sorted out, when the incident has been fixed, we realized that the guys would make it, and we really, as a federation, as the entire management team, we really thank them for have done what they did, because it was a promise and they made it.
Now going to the Leo technical way of the way you prepared the tournament in general. Now Jean Bosco won the prologue, and he clocked a record of 3 minutes and 52 seconds, and followed by Valens Ndaisenga and Hadjambi. Now, after that prologue, the first stage was won by Eritrean, Mekseb. Now, and he is the champion in Africa. Now, did that give you a perspective of, are we going to win it, or technically the way that you had planned it? After Mekseb won the first stage, it followed by Emile Bintunimana win the second stage, Bosco win the third stage. And how did it went the way you planned, or were there any setbacks? I mean, tell us exactly.
Maybe these technical details may be done given by the technical director or the coach, as they say. But what I'm going to tell you is an overview, to give you an overview of our strategy. Yes, we focus on the prologue. And we knew that either Hadi Janvier or Jean Bosco Nsengimana, one of them is going to win it. And it happened. And the stage from Nyagatare, Rwamagana, for us was not a priority, was not a strategic one. What they had to do and what they did is to secure the prologue win they had. You saw that the gap was very narrow, yes. But what was important was to maintain that gap, and to keep it for the next stages. And you saw that the stage from Kigali Huye was won by our riders, and we knew that they are going to do whatever they have to do. Not necessarily Jean Bosco to win it, but someone from the Team Rwanda to win that stage. It was on our target. It was the target. Win this stage. And the boys said, we will win it. And they did. And it was a very, very hard competition. I don't know if some of you have covered that stage, but
yes, we did.
I saw that we will win the stage from Nyanza. Attacks, strikes, as they say. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yes.
And really, for the next year, I would really love to see you covering one of the stages and see how guys really do.
We've been covering it, of course, and now the Tour du Rwanda is in the bag. It's already won by Rwandans, and a back-to-back win. Now, what do you plan for these riders? Do you plan some competition to play in coming weeks, coming month? The fact that this Rwanda Cycling Cup has played a huge impact in the development of Jean Bosco and Hallelujah Joseph and others. So, which competition do you plan for these riders?
First of all, it's this was a hectic competition. They have to get enough time to rest, to recover, and they deserve to enjoy. They deserve to enjoy their victory together with us. But competitions, since like 2 years, we have competitions every month. Through the year, we have like 10, 12, more than 10, 12 local competitions. But we have also international competitions. So all of them will be covered. We have no excuse today. We have necessary support from the government. We have necessary support from His Excellency the President. We have necessary support from all our partners. So we have no excuse of saying we are not competing on these, we are competing on those. We have to cover all of them. That one. And two, our riders got so many exposure. And today I believe that international clubs, foreign clubs, professional ones, are now looking at them. For Hadi Janvier, not Hadi Janvier, for Valence Ndaisenga, for example, he's going back to Switzerland in January. And others, we see it. Maybe it's not time to say it, but we know that people are interested in getting them, in hiring them, in getting them in their clubs. And this is a very huge opportunity for our riders, and thanks to their performances, thanks to our organizational capacity. So we believe that they will get more competitions, they will get more attractions, and that's very good.
Now, after Team Rwanda won the Tour du Rwanda, they dedicated it to His Excellency President of the Republic, Mr. Paul Kagame, and the fact that he gave them bicycles last year after Valence Ndaisenga won Tour du Rwanda, and now this year after winning the back-to-back, he gave them bicycles. Is there any hope that he can give them something else, other gifts, or what do you expect?
Well, allow me not to speculate, but I can't be surprised if I see something new from the government, from the president coming in.
And on behalf of the federation also, what do you plan?
And on behalf of the federation is to always focusing on what is necessary, focusing on serious things. We don't promise things we don't have. We don't tell you that we'll do this and this while we can't. We have to focus on what has to be done on our goals, which is to promote the cycling in Rwanda, which is to lift the level of today's to the best one in Africa. You saw that.
Yeah.
Today I can say that Rwanda, Team Rwanda is the, I mean, I don't want to exaggerate, but I think it's one of the best teams, cycling teams in Africa.
Absolutely.
And we don't have to compare ourselves to weak ones, because we are surrounded by weak teams or African teams. So why don't we take Rwanda on the next level of, when you talk about Rwanda, people saw the cycling.
Yeah.
As when you talk football, people see England. When you see, we say about marathon, maybe in Africa, people see, I don't know, Ethiopia or Kenya. I don't know. So that is our objective. And we have to do whatever has to be done to achieve this, and we will.
Yeah, thank you so much. So now you mean that what you are going to help them be to a level that they can be exposed, and then from there on, other teams from Africa and around the world can come and take them up, and that will be their goals, and that will be the value they'll get from your support. Thank you so much for coming in the studio, and we would like to see you again anytime, as the cycling is a very developing sport in Rwanda, and of course here at Rise and Shine Rwanda. We'll be right back after the break.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The things that make you look outside the window and sigh. The ones that make your dreamy eyes look up to the sky and smile. Forget the miles between and smile at the sky. Like it held something precious that belonged to you. Like this little secret that makes you hold everything you love. Let your passion guide you. You can be sure you will touch the sky.
Don't forget, we love to hear your comments, thoughts, and feedback on what we're talking about here on Rise and Shine Rwanda. Tweet us at Rise and Shine RW. Like us on Facebook and send us your ideas for programs. Check out our Rise and Shine Rwanda YouTube page, where you can catch all the reports and shows that we do. Finally, you can find us on Instagram, Rise and Shine RW. We love to see your pictures, or check out our Rise and Shine Rwanda website, www.riseandshinerwanda.com. Well, that is all the time that we have for you today. We love to hear your feedback, of course, and do let us know if you have any ideas for the program, especially that we are into a new year now. You've been watching Rise and Shine Rwanda with me, Sherry Uwase.
And me, Ivan Magwene. We'll be at same time, same place on Monday. Do join us then, but for now, from the both of us and the rest of the Rise and Shine team, have a very good day and even a better weekend. Goodbye.
Goodbye.